Thank you so much for staying with us on the program. We've been talking to Senator Dino Melaye, a member of the Nigerian Senate, about the issue of the past year in the 8th National Assembly. They've commemorated a year anniversary of the life of this present Senate, led by the chairman, Senator Bukola Saraki, and the lower chamber, Honorable Yakubu Dogara. Well, a former activist who says he's still an activist and the senator representing Kogi State. Senator Melaye, thank you so much. Yes. One of the issues that came on board is sort of a crisis that rocked your party, which affected largely the activities of the Nigerian Senate. And I remember some of the comments made by some of your colleagues at the Senate, the minority leader. I can remember when he said that even when the ruling APC does not want to succeed, we are supporting them to succeed, some of the kind of statement. But then it looks like that affected the trajectory of your movement, talking about the leadership of the Senate.
Yeah, I will say that the leadership of the Senate under Senator Bukola Saraki has done brilliantly well, but we would have done better if not for these, like I call it, planted distractions by people of inordinate ambition, capricious manifestation and reaction formation, by people who just do not want to accept defeat. Because everyone is ambitious. I'm ambitious. Like, I want to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It shouldn't be a crime.
Okay, you want to be?
I will be.
When?
I will be.
When would that happen?
When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it.
Oh, really?
So what I'm saying in essence is that you don't kill a man for being ambitious. I am ambitious. And the Senate is
but not over-ambitious.
No, I wouldn't be over-ambitious, but it's not a crime to be ambitious.
But it's a crime to be over-ambitious.
It's not a crime to also pursue your dream, your vision, and your ambition. So, and why we went to a football match. And once you are not on the field of play, there's a walkover.
But a lot of people believe that it was at the detriment of your own party, which some people believe that was far too
APC should be grateful to the PDP that they did not exercise their numerical strength when the announcement for the nomination of the Senate president was made. If they had done that, we won't be singing this tone now. Because to remove a Senate president or the deputy Senate president, you will need a two-thirds that APC don't have anyway. So what we are saying in essence is that if not for this very myopic, porous, parochial approach of some individuals, we would even have gained more mileage in the Senate than we have now. But at the end of the day, we are settling in, and I want to assure you that the next legislative year will be far better than this year. And even this year, we've recorded a lot of successes.
But has that political crisis been resolved right now?
It has resolved itself. Once you are
you think so?
Once you are defeated, you're defeated.
But because the executive legislature relationship in the APC is still, it looks so much like that gap has not been filled.
Anyway, we in the Senate are carrying out our legislative responsibility without fear or favor. The advice would be for the executive to run an all-inclusive government and administration.
We saw that tension during the budget, passage of the budget.
The executive cannot run it alone. We must interrelate. And that responsibility is of Mr. President.
We saw that kind of tension during the passage of the 2016 budget, which a lot of people believe that the Senate actually, or the National Assembly, showed its strength, and we saw the political tension in the APC manifest largely. Are we going to be seeing that kind of tension again, or is gone for life?
And all I want to assure you is that the Senate will continue to do what the people want. The Senate will continue to play a constitutional role without fear or favor. The Senate will continue to play our oversight function and role as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Senate will make itself available to interface and interrelate with the executive within stipulated constitutional grounds. We are not at war with the executive. We cannot be at war with the executive. We are actually to relate with the executive.
But your party is in crisis, Senator Melaye.
Say again?
Your party is in crisis.
Which hospital?
Your crisis, your party, APC.
Yeah.
You're in crisis.
What crisis?
Your party is not settled.
What's wrong with it?
I mean, there are a lot of leadership issue within your party. For example, a lot of your members,
a lot of chairman,
a lot of your
we
members.
don't have a faction.
Maybe you are not listening to some of your members. What they're saying, appointments have not been made. Some of your members that have talked to me said some appointments are still in the hands of former PDP.
What has that got to do with the National Assembly?
I'm talking about your party. You're a member of the APC. You're a chieftain.
I'm a chieftain of the SPC.
Yeah.
I'm not a spokesperson of the APC.
But you can't say
I'm not
if your party
I'm not a member of the National Working.
Is all well for your party, Senator Melaye.
As far as I'm concerned, the APC that I'm a member is okay, is stable. We don't have any crisis in terms of leadership.
That you know.
But what I can also say is that the party should also start playing a role in national development.
Okay, let's quickly go into issues of bills and the major roles of the National Assembly. The House of Representatives, for what I can tell, a total of 685 bills were received in the House. 416 are awaiting second reading. 130 bills have been referred to committees. 3 bills are awaiting consideration, while a total of 85 bills are said to have been passed by the House of Reps so far, as we speak, that we know right here. But what can you say of the Senate?
Yeah, what I want you to understand is that the Senate also, we've done very well, because most times you see us having executive sections, we get charged by the Senate President. We get charged by the Senate President, we get encouraged by the Senate President to improve on our inputs, especially in terms of passage of bills. And because to demonstrate our seriousness towards this, we have even agreed that some days of the week should be dedicated to bill debates and passages, as the case may be. And I want to assure you that we have not done too badly, but like I said, by the grace of God, the next legislative year will be far better.
No,
we have laid foundational standards that will propel the kind of results.
You can tell us how many bills have been passed so far in the last 1 year.
Only the chairman of the Rules and Business will be able to do that, because he keeps record of that. But I want to say that we have not done badly, but I can assure you that it will get better in the coming legislative year.
The Senate President that attended the CCT trial, a lot of people think that is a distraction for him, isn't it?
For me, there was no. For me, as I speak to you, there is no prosecution. What we have is persecution. I'm a very straightforward Nigerian. If I think that Bukola Saraki has done anything criminal, I will not follow him to the CCT. But for the fact that we are solidly behind him and still following him there, is because we must not create a precedent that once you become ambitious, once you run after your vision, then you should now become a target of which hunt.
A lot of people.
The matter is in court. I will not want to sound prejudicial, but I want to tell you that we are not distracted by the CCT trial. Bukola Saraki is going to be Senate President for 4 years, not minding his guard, and by the special grace of God, we stand by him. You cannot remove Bukola Saraki from outside the chamber. No matter the politics you play, no matter the satanic manifestations, no matter the midnight meetings, Bukola Saraki cannot be removed from outside the chamber.
A lot of people,
and as far as
Senator
the chamber
Melaye,
is concerned, by the grace of God,
Melaye,
it is solid and sitting, and his 4 years is guaranteed.
Senator Melaye, a lot of people have criticized how senators follow him to the CCT trial.
Yeah, because Bukola Saraki has not been charged.
But they lead their legislative businesses and follow him to the CCT trial.
Bukola Saraki has not been charged for any stealing. The only charge before the CCT is of not declaring a particular asset, which at the end of the day has been crumbled by during cross-examination.
Well, that's in the process of
it's not a 100-meter dash. This case is a long hurdle. We are going to Supreme Court.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that senators of your colleagues who follow him, leaving legislative businesses to follow Senator Saraki for the trial. A lot of people have criticized and said,
anyway,
it shouldn't be.
Don't take Panadol for another man's headache. Those who follow Bukola Saraki to the court have reasons for following him, and they have timetable of their legislative operations and agenda, and I don't think anyone is lacking in that.
All right. Overall, as we close now,
Yeah.
from 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself, the National Assembly, in the last 1 year?
Yeah, I will not rate the National Assembly, but I will rate the Senate, of which I'm a member. And I will say that Bukola Saraki, 8 over 10.
Bukola Saraki or the Senate?
Bukola Saraki is the chairman of the National Assembly.
But what about the Senate?
I'm talking of, when I say Bukola Saraki, is symbolic, is synonymous with the Senate. So what I'm saying is that the Senate have done, we've done well, above average.
Many thanks so much for talking to us, Senator Dino Melaye. Thank you so much for talking to us.
The pleasure is always mine. Thank you.
On the program. Well, just before we go, there have been a series of calls for the restructuring of this nation. Several national questions come up now and then. But, you know, the conversations and blueprints on the way forward have often been thrown under the carpet. Many scream for true federalism, but it appears that agitation dies when they are part of the benefit. We can only call Nigeria our own if we are together. And in truth, no federalism is operated like ours. Perhaps a huge deceit of what the term really is. It looks so much that we currently operate a unitary system of government, what is clearly not fitting for the nature of our union. The over 600 recommendations of the National Confab of 2014 are crying for implementation. And implementation, I guess, must be considered fast to rescue this nation from falling apart. Well, that's it on the edition of the program. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye for now.